Dr. Morton to pick me up.
Catherine Harrington's will.
Oh. Careful.
Yes.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just dropped a book.
Oh?
Please.
There's nothing I can do for Michael Rossi.
You don't really want to. Wouldn't it be more simple if you just let them drive him out of town?
It might be. You're letting yourself become more and more involved with him.
Wasn't it you that advised me to make some new friends?
Well, that's before we knew that Elliot was coming back.
I tried to think about him last night.
Tried?
As he was then. You couldn't ignore him. He was vital, intense.
Doesn't sound like you've forgotten him.
Oh, that was a story about once upon a time. A long time ago. Too long. I don't even feel... It's funny. I thought Elliot was unforgettable. What had I forgotten? I had to force myself to remember his face. Maybe I've been living too many years with that picture on the mantelpiece.
You buried a memory. But it won't stay buried after Elliot comes back and you have to see him every day and talk to him. Or maybe you don't want it to stay buried.
I'll have to think about Allison.
You've always thought about Allison, but are you thinking about Allison now? Now, I'm not condemning. I'm just pointing it out.
I suppose you're right. Last night, I tried to think if none of this had happened and I'd been able to marry Elliot, would I have been happy with him? I wondered. I didn't know. And I asked myself the same thing about Michael Rossi.
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Matt.
I was just in talking to Connie.
Yes, so I see. Matt, when I first came to Peyton Place, you wrote a fine editorial about me. But now that when I've lost my hospital privileges, there's been no comment in your paper, not a word.
Well, I'm afraid I'm faced with a conflict of interest. I'm a newspaper editor and also a member of the hospital board.
That's the easy answer, Matt. I suppose the easy answer for me would be just pack and leave.
And you don't like easy answers.
No, I don't. Nor do I like being a doctor without hospital privileges or patients.
Michael.
I told you once, Matt. I came here to Peyton Place because I was fed up working on cases that meant nothing more to me than names and symptoms. I thought a doctor ought to be a friend, not a stranger.
And what is a stranger?
A stranger's a man you have no reason to trust because he has no reason to care what happens to him.
People are people. They're pretty much the same no matter where you find them.
You told me that when we first met. I took it as reassurance. I see now maybe I should have taken it as a warning.
Anyone who romanticizes life in a little town is going to be disappointed.
You may be right, man. But I'm going to fight this through.
I knew you would. Thanks for picking me up.
No trouble. What did Rossi have to say for himself?
He said he was going to fight it through.
I suppose you think that's for the best.
Look, Catherine is dead, Robert. It's unfortunate, but we have to face the fact without attaching blame. The pity of it is we didn't know how sick she was before.
I was a doctor. What you mean is, it's a pity I didn't know sooner.
Robert, we're late.
You know what you're doing? What you were doing all through the hearing? Defending a stranger.
It's a long drive out to the Harrington house, and on the way I'd like you to think about and then give me your definition of a stranger.
I can't understand his attitude.
Dr. Morton?
No, your shirt-tail relative, Matthew Swing. You know, when I first came to Peyton Place, I thought he was the one man I could count on. He made me feel welcome here. Now I don't know anymore.
Don't be too quick to judge him, Mike. People can't always help their feelings. Sometimes they have divided loyalties. That's not so simple.
Not simple enough, all right. I'm an outsider, and he's not.
Why do you assume it's Dr. Morton?
What else can it be?
Just don't give up, Mike. Please, don't give up.
Connie, listen, I've worked hard all my life. I studied hard to be a good doctor. Now I am a good doctor.
I know that.
No, you don't. You feel it, but you don't know it. Now I'm going to have to prove it.
Not to me.
Yes, even to you. Be honest, Connie. You think maybe, I said maybe, I should have waited for Dr. Morton to arrive. You think maybe I was trying to prove that I am a good doctor. Connie.
You had to operate, didn't you, Mike?
Yes.
I had to ask.
I'm going to drive up, Mr. Harrington.
Thank you, Christine. I noticed my sister's car outside.
Yes, sir. She's in the living room.
I expect the others very shortly. Laura?
Hello, Leslie. You're nervous.
Drink?
No, thank you. I'm not nervous. I have no great expectation.
But you're here.
I was asked to be here, Les.
Why are you attacking me, Laura?
Am I?
You know you are.
Do you know, once you were so important to me. All my young life I looked up to you.
And now you don't.
How can I? Oh, of course, a lot of people do. For the big wheel in Peyton Place. Or are you, Les? We'll have to wait to hear what's in Catherine's will, won't we?
Not necessarily.
You know the content?
Catherine told me.
You never saw a copy.
No.
You trusted Catherine? Now you know why I'm attacking you, Les.
Because I haven't read Catherine's will.
Because you weren't strong enough. Because you weren't man enough.
That's enough, Laura.
She told you that she'd leave you the stock in the mill?
How does this concern you?
Do you really think she left it to you, Les? It's strange. But you know to the penny how much it cost you to send me all the way through college and exactly how much you loaned Donald to set up his practice.
You paid me back. And you're paying me back now, aren't you?
And you've paid less. You've paid for the mill with all your hard work and 20 years of that marriage. But you don't even know if you're getting what you paid for.
Catherine left me the stock. You don't understand things, Laura.
Don't I?
You think I married Catherine because she was Martin Peyton's daughter.
Of course you did.
You don't remember her, do you? Catherine Peyton. You don't remember Catherine Peyton coming back to this town after school in Europe, just after the war broke out, walking through this town like a young queen.
Martin Peyton's daughter.
I loved her, Laura.
Then what happened, Les?
We got married.
Hello, Rodney. Norman.
Hello. Your aunt just arrived. Did you drive?
Yes, dear.
Well, all right, sit down, boys. I'll get it.
Hello, how are you, Leslie?
I see you brought our lawyer with you. How are you, Ted?
Well, actually, we all drove up at the same time.
While the boys and my sister are here, we can get started. Sit over there, Ted. Anybody want coffee or anything?
Oh, no, thank you.
Well, first, of course, I regret the occasion for us coming together, but then we all share those sentiments, no need to dwell on them. Catherine's will is a very brief one, to the point. It is, as she told me, a very correct reflection on the sentiments she has toward each of you. And the fact that she's appointed you, Matt, and you, Bob, as co-executors, shows the trust she has in both of you.
Have they started to read Mrs. Harrington's will yet?
Yes, sir.
Well, could you tell Mr. Harrington that Mr. William Kennelly from Boston is here, and that I'll be out at the house within 10 minutes?
I don't think I can interrupt.
What's important?
Yes, sir.
I shall now read the will of Catherine Harrington.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
Did you ever win against Catherine, Leslie? Because, you see, that's who your opponent still is.
How do you feel? How do you feel about me? Tonight, right here, now, finally.
You bug me, Carson, lying there night after night.
One more word out of you, I break your neck.